Imagine living on a peninsula where you can watch the sunrise over the Indian River Lagoon and the sunset over the St. Lucie River. This isn't an island, it's not Miami, and it is definitely not your typical cookie-cutter Florida subdivision. This is Sewall's Point. It is one of the most exclusive zip codes on the Treasure Coast, designed for people who want privacy, deep water, and zero tourists. I'm Katie Urban, your luxury real estate specialist here on the Treasure Coast. Today, I'm taking you on a tour of Sewall's Point to show you the real estate, the private airport access, and why Martin County is the yachting capital. Let's go. First, let's get oriented. Sewall's Point is a thin peninsula sandwiched between Stuart and Jensen Beach. You have water on the east, the Indian River, and water on the west, the St. Lucie River. Because of the shape, almost every home here has a water view or is just steps away from it. But here's what makes it unique physically, the elevation. Unlike most of South Florida, which is flat as a pancake, Sewall's Point sits on a high coastal ridge. Some of these lots are 20 plus feet above sea level. That is a huge deal for flood insurance and storm protection. You're living on the water, but you aren't necessarily in the flood zone.
Here's a little bit of background information about Sewall's Point. Pioneer and developer Captain Henry Sewall moved to Florida in 1889 and built his home at the tip of the peninsula that later became Sewall's Point. This influential man became the first postmaster of the area in 1891 when he established the Sewall's Point Post Office in his own home. You can visit that same building at Indian Riverside Park, just a short drive down Indian River Drive. Today, the affluent town is home to just under 2,000 residents and is recognized as a bird sanctuary. Despite it being small, the area maintains its own local government, police department, and community events like a 4th of July bike parade.
So, what does it feel like to live here? I describe it as the Hamptons of Florida. Sewall's Point is a designated Tree City, USA. The canopy here is ancient and lush. You won't see clear-cut lots. You see oaks, banyans, and mangroves providing total privacy. Now technically, Sewall's Point is strictly residential. There are no large chain grocery stores or gas stations inside the town limits. But don't let that fool you. You are 5 minutes away from everything. Right at the entrance, you have the legendary Benihana for waterfront dining. Across the bridge, you have Sailfish Sands with its top racer driving range and championship course. But the biggest flex for my luxury clients is the airport. Witham Field is located directly next to Sewall's Point. This is Stuart's public airport, and it is a massive hub for private aviation. It has 3 FBOs, and this is key, a U.S. Customs facility. That means you can fly your jet directly in from the Bahamas or internationally, clear customs here, and be at your front door in Sewall's Point in under 7 minutes. Try doing that in Miami. If you prefer traveling by water, listen closely. Not all waterfront here is created equal. Sewall's Point is incredibly close to the St. Lucie Inlet, which gives you quick access to the Atlantic Ocean. However, you must check the water depth. Some parts of the river are shallow, perfect for flatboats, while others can handle a 60-foot sport fish. Always verify the draft at low tide. Now, let's talk numbers. Real estate here falls into 2 main categories, the dry lots and the waterfront. Category 1, the interior homes. These are homes in the middle of the peninsula. You get the prestige of the zip code and the beach access, but no private dock. Single-family homes can start as low as $650,000, but the average selling price for these homes is $1.2 million. Category 2 includes the waterfront estates, and this is where we see prices jump significantly. Depending on the view, the age of the home, and the water depth, you're looking anywhere from about $3 million to over $15 million, with a current active listing as high as $23.5 million. Because this isn't a cookie-cutter HOA, the architecture is very eclectic. You'll see a 1950s ranch right next to a brand new, ultra-modern glass estate. So there's a little bit of something for everyone, and the most discerning buyer is sure to find something in the Sewall's Point neighborhood. Even if you buy a dry lot in Sewall's Point, Sandsprit Park is just a short drive through the Banyan Tree Tunnel on the mainland. This is the gateway to the Atlantic. It has massive boat ramps, and it's the perfect spot to launch for a day at the sandbar. It's essentially your neighborhood marina. So, is Sewall's Point right for you? If you want a clubhouse and a social director, look at Port St. Lucie. But if you want privacy, elevation, and a custom estate that feels like old Florida, this might be your paradise. If you want to browse the current inventory list for Sewell's Point or download my relocation guide that breaks down every neighborhood on the Treasure Coast, check the link in the description below. I'm Katie Urban, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.